This is Anglia Television.
Major accuses rent-a-mob mug the rich Labour. Kinnock says Tories are acting like a rabid opposition. Inflation and the underlying rate stay the same. Duchess and the Queen get apologies from Palace press officer. And all the shots last hurrah, probably. Good evening. Mr. Major attacked Labour tonight as a party which hadn't really changed. He said it had learned none of the lessons of the 80s and forgotten none of the malice of its past. The Prime Minister said old, hard-style socialism was coming to the surface. It was, he said, rent-a-mob in Bolton Market, where he was jeered yesterday, and mug the middle incomes in Labour's budget plans. Mr. Kinnock said Mr. Major was getting desperate, trying to divert attention from the recession and other election issues. New figures today showed inflation unchanged in February at 4.1%. Mr. Major called that excellent news. Mr. Kinnock and Mr. Ashdown, the Liberal Democrats leader, said the price of getting inflation down had been too high.
A new, tougher edge to John Major's words tonight as he linked his campaign against Labour's tax policies to what he called Labour rent-a-mob.
All the time below that, hard-style socialism has been brewing and has been bubbling. And now it's coming back to the surface. Rent-a-mob in Bolton and mug the middle incomes in John Smith's budget.
The accusation is the extremist still operates in the Labour Party. Mr. Nice has decided to show he can be Mr. Nasty if necessary. Neil Kinnock's campaign managers had been expecting a change in Conservative tactics, and the response from the Labour leader tonight was swift.
It sounds to me, on hearing that the Prime Minister has been very disappointed by today's inflation figures, as he should be, and is getting somewhat desperate, both in his vocabulary and in his claims.
It was these scenes in Bolton yesterday which led to the Prime Minister's accusations. The crowd was raucous and in part hostile. The banners showed the presence of Labour supporters, although at the time Mr. Major seemed amused rather than angered. But his aides say these scenes led directly to tonight's attack. And out